right, so DDG and Halle Bailey. I believe that's how they say her name because I'm bad with names, man. Forgive me if I pronounce her name wrong. But so they split, man. They're broken up. They are now together. Them two, they have been dating since that was 2022. They got together in 2022, and they had a lot of booty clapping. A lot of sex, a lot of them, which is great. It's good for the relationship. They end up making a baby. They do have a child together. They welcomed the baby last year, 2023, in December. And now, that was yesterday, man, DDG posted it online that they are no longer together. Yo, let me read it first, all right? Before I let you know what I think about it, all right? So, this is DDG. Dear friends and supporters, after much reflection and heartfelt conversations, Halle and I have decided to go our separate ways. This decision was not easy, but we believe it's the best path forward for both of us. All right? I cherish the time we have spent together and the love we have shared. Despite the changes in our relationship, our love for each other remains deep and true. We are still best friends and adore each other. As we focus on our individual journeys and our roles as co-parents, we cherish the bond we have built and the beautiful moments we have shared. As we navigate this transition, we ask for your understanding and support. Thank you for your love and encouragement. DDG, heart love. Heart emoji, right? Red heart emoji. DDG made another post, man. This one, it's a little juicy, man. Let's find out. So he said, I am a grown man and I can make my own decisions. We chose to split because of personal reasons. Now it's not escape. I am not hurt and I am not missing out on anything. And her head game is trash. Dang, trash AF. Not only trash, but trash AF. LOL. As long as my son is good, I'm good. Lordy.
You can't make this shit up.
Lordy. Alright, so if one of the reasons why they're breaking up is because of her head game is trash, bro, you need to grow up, man. You cannot break up with a girl because her head game is trash. Especially girl, y'all already made a kid, bro. Man, come on, you better be kidding me, man. You better be kidding me. Oh, you just playing. I mean, he said LOL at the end, so I would assume that he's just playing though. It's not that serious. That should not be a reason or one of the reasons though. If you want some good head, yeah, go get outside then. That's fine. You go get outside. I mean, F that. Fuck it. These two, they don't even know why they're breaking up though. Usually happens, right? When a couple have a kid, a child, things go left a lot because of what? Postpartum, right? Women go to postpartum. They say it lasts about 6 weeks up to 8 weeks, which I don't think so. It might last longer than that. I'm not a doctor, none of that. But based on things I've been hearing, stories, the postpartum seems like it lasts longer than 6 or 8 weeks. So what I believe is happening, like I say, they don't even know why they're breaking up. They're like, oh shit, we just have to break up. And the one thing I've noticed, like, they have been posting a lot together. I was very happy. This is something that I kind of knew it was going to happen eventually, but I was now expecting it to happen that fast because it kind of happened fast. They just had a baby almost a year after having a kid, right? They had a kid in December, so we're about like 3 months until December, so almost a year, right? They did okay for public figures, right? Or celebrities, I'll say. But yeah, so they have been posting a lot. What I've noticed, like, couples who do post a lot of pictures showing the people like they are in love. They might be in love for real. And they might not be faking, but the more they post, I think, I feel it attracts a lot of negativity, and then it just breaks the couple in the future. But the ones who don't really post much, keep a little private. Especially nowadays social media. I'm not saying keep it in private everywhere. It's not like you going out with your girl and you walking all the way in the front, she's all the way in the back, or vice versa. Keeping it private, no, that way. Keeping it private on social media. So the ones that don't post much, it seems like things last a little longer. But there's always exception to the rules, man. But what I think it is, like, they don't even know why they're breaking up. They both like kids still a little bit. No, really, but I'll call it like that. Sorry, because DDG is 26 and Halle is about 24. So they're kind of young, but they're not that young. Let me just put it that way, right? Especially in that generation, they're kind of young, because my grandma had my mom when she was 16. Way back, like in 1950s, in the 1940s. If you're 30, you almost people look at you almost like a grandpa. I swear to God. Back then, look at Martin Luther King. He died super young in his 30s. But he had a family, kids, all that. He was doing like, when you think about Martin, no, maybe I'm bugging. Did he die on his 30, around his 30? Or Patrice Lumumba, right? Let me talk about Patrice Lumumba, who died in his 30s. Patrice Lumumba was the prime minister of Congo. I'm originated from the Congo, so I know the story a little bit. So he passed away when he was like in his 30s, right? He was super young, but he was doing so much work. And when you look at it, if you watch the movie or you read the history about Patrice Lumumba, you would think he was like in his 50s, because those are things that in our 30s we don't do that anymore. Like I said, there's always exception to the rules, but yeah, we don't do that anymore. So going back to Halle and DDG, although they might be not that young, but they're kind of young a little bit, especially considering the time that we live in. Yeah, they're kind of in 24, 26, they're kind of young, man. But I think that's what's happening. Postpartum is like, okay, the girl changed a lot. She's going through a lot, after having the baby, which I don't blame her, and nothing wrong with it. That's just God, how God made it. It's human nature. And also, he probably wasn't like on that level to deal with a woman like that. Maybe before the baby, everything was like fun, great, clapping booties at 2 a.m. in the morning. Maybe now, every time he's asking her, be like, yo, can I clap them cheeks? She's like, oh, I'm tired. I'm just feeding the kid. Oh my God. There's a lot of things that goes behind closed doors when a woman has a kid, right? After women having a kid, I'll say. So I think that's what's happening. So they cannot deal with each other. They just not compatible. I'm not gonna say they're not compatible anymore, but they are not functioning on the same level. But the sad part about it, it's because they do have a child, man. We don't want no Pookies and Pukisha in our community. We need both parents to stay together to raise a great black family. But I guess it's not happening. That's sad for the child, though. Seriously. The kid's less than a year, and the parents are not even together. So he does. They do have a child, yeah, a boy, right? He doesn't even know the parents are not together. He might feel it somehow, but the kid is like, bro, please listen. Once you married or just have a kid with somebody, you live together, you don't live for you anymore. You live for the kid now. You sacrifice. Or you will have to sacrifice your life for the kid. It's not for you anymore. I'm sorry. That's how it goes. Certain things, yeah, you just gotta, take the heat for it. You're not getting them chicks no more for 2 weeks, 1 month. Fuck it. Go find yourself some sidey or something on the side. But still take care of the family, because them kids, they need both parents. We don't want them to be end up in jail, prison, things of that nature. Growing up, doing drugs, shooting people, being too emotional, doing them freak offs, lazing people drinks. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. if y'all can get back together, so maybe they should just take a break, or maybe be like, you know what, yeah, let's just, you know, I'll have my own crib, you have your own crib, we take a break, but we're still together, you know, maybe to make things fun again, to spark, you know, the was like to spark, you know what I mean, that what they have missed or whatever they missed they had before the relationship, before they killed, I would say. So yeah, to get that sparkle back, I was going to say. Yeah, it's just sad, man. It's sad. Hopefully, they get back together. You know, yeah, I love seeing black couples, man. You know, DDG was dating was that, what was that girl, that cute girl, man? I forgot her name. Ruby Rose, right? But Ruby Rose, although she's cute, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I mean, Halle's cute as hell. Halle the type of girl you bring to your mom give a dap, like, yeah, son, you got yourself a good one. You bring Ruby Rose, your mom be like, damn, I know this only by sex. Although she's pretty or that, but she doesn't give the vibe like she's the type of wifey material. I don't know her personally, but you know, we judge a book by its cover. Regardless how people want to tweak it, say, oh, you cannot judge a book, yeah, you cannot, but we do. Unfortunately, that's what we do as human nature. So yeah, man. So that's all I have to say about this, man. Yeah, let's see how things goes, man. Other than that, I'll catch you next time. Peace out, family. I'm out.
Biggest the what?